EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Indianapolis Colts. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Locke working out of the gun. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the gun, it's Locke. Over the middle to Brown.
Launch pass.
They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Locke sacked. A loss of 2 yards. It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll throw from the gun. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And got his man complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 79 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score Colts 7, Broncos 0.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Colts pick it up.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. No, let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Eason sets to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't say...
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Now, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
On first down, Jacob Eason. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. 7 yards, the pickup there.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see it.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Well, maybe that can give them a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the gun is Eason. right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
It's fourth down.
They turn to Taylor on fourth. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Broncos, nothing.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, tight down. There you go. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike.
From the gun, Eason. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they had scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Brings up 2nd and
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On the counter, Lindsey. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Lock on the give. It's Lindsey. Room to run again. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Now to the air, Lock. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
A loss of 5 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Lock. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's go. Page 3, 2, 18, chopper. Let's go.
Here's Lock to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Second down, here's Eason. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. First and 10, Eason letting one fly deep for Cooper. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Amari Cooper with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Good. Makes the scores Colts 28, Broncos 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A short kick taken at the 18.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
This is the tight end fan. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, and it's third down.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. And a big 32-yard play on third.
Broncos.
Again, it's Locke. Steps away to his left. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A new life now following the late turnover. Maybe a chance for points here before the break.
Yeah, pretty nice situation they find themselves in because they're really maybe one completion away from giving their kicker a shot. And that gives them a chance to get some points up on the board.
This one caught left side by Cooper. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there of 22. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Eason. And that's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
To throw again, Eason. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Eason. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Eason's pass thrown away and incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Eason. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell as the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
The kicker.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The extra point splits the uprights, and a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the question to be asked, where does this game go from here as we are back at it now on EA Sports?
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Michael O.J. Mudia. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
22, he's coming, 22.
After the turnover, here's Locke. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Denver.
Set, red, 22, 90, roll. Let's get that ball. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Locke, flush to his right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. When he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of
up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard.
The 29-yard line.
From the gun, Eason. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. They'll throw on first down with Eason. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here.
And 10.
Third quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. SOS.
Throwing again. Eason. That's caught by Waller out left side. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 19. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 19 yards away. And this offense is running away with this one. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box. Touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? The pass there complete to Sutton, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Broncos first down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Buying time to his left. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 21. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Check 31, check 19 tight, 19 tight.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
They'll go for it. It's Locke rolling to his left. He's got his tight end Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd down, Locke. Got a man, it's Judy complete. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Jerry Jeudy, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are in for 6. Now McManus for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 28.
He is good. Makes the score Colts 42, Broncos 14.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. On first down, Eason, and he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Eason. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Eason. Cooper's got it. Always got some breathing room.
For this.
There he goes, Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Amari Cooper, 67 yards. And the Colts have got it on cruise control.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
A short kick taken at the 18. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
And 2 at the 32.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Locke, he's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
First down, Denver.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Mark 22, Mark 22.
Clock will try again on 2nd down.
Again, he targets Judy, and this time the catch made.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Jerry Jeudy with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos are in for 6.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row. There were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit. When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play, unable to connect in that attempt.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Hurt.
Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun.
And he comes back with one complete.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
On the pickup, brings up 2nd and 2 at the Broncos' 40-yard line.
Eason on 2nd down.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 29-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Jacob Eason.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
79 Broncos. 27, check right, 27. Switch up, switch up. Share.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking that time to get it to Paris Campbell, and now it's 3rd down.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check right, 27. Check right, 27. You. Shoot. 19, Tiger. Buffalo 18.
From the gun is Eason.
And that's incomplete.
And that one not going to have enough height on it. Down around his feet, it's incomplete.
Results in a 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Going for it all. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
The play is a turnover on downs.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
Being chased out left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Now this throw caught left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
7 on the play. And the Broncos first down.
Block working out of the gun. Got a man open. It's Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
22, squeeze, get in there.
Looking to throw again on second down. Lock. That's going to be caught by Judy. And it'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Broncos.
Back 22. Drop deep. Under crunch. Kill. Copper.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. The false start backs him up 5, first and 15.
Check. What? Good guy working. Gone. High 7, let's go.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Again, it's Locke. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
49.
McManus's point after is good, so it would no doubt be a miracle comeback from here, but let's see what they can do starting with the onside kick. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Campbell making the catch. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll throw on first down with Eason. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's second down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Ball on the 30 as they come up second and 10. To throw again, Eason. Trying for Cooper again. This time he finds him. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Eason, and he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell there to make the grab, and the Colts add on to their lead.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes, and that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A short kick taken at the 18. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because...
well, this is taken in. It's complete. And what are the whistles for? A timeout.
Complete to
so they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
First down, Denver.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
All day, just like that. Check, crunch.
One final try for Locke. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Today's final score, Colts.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Indianapolis, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.